Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Just a bit frustrating week this week. We had a few horses in and the meetings kept getting washed out, so we end up not having a single runner all week, but still pretty busy here getting the horses ready to race next week, and we'll have a really busy week in the following week. Okay, runners this week, see how we go. We go up to, on Friday, we head up to Benalla. Look, young DOURO's been sort of struggling a bit, hasn't he? He's sort of had a big injury and he's come back in, he's had a few runs in now, and he just doesn't seem to be hitting the line like he used to. Whether he's just a bit older and a bit fatter now and he's sort of taking a bit more runs, I'm not really sure. So dropping him right back in grade, he's going to carry a fair bit of weight, but that doesn't really bother me. He's a big, strong brute of a thing he is. So I'm going to drop him back to an 1100 metre race at Benalla and have a roll of the dice there and see how he goes. He's probably a bit of a crossroads race for him, isn't it, really? You know, I don't think we can do much more with him on the training track. He looks well, he seems sound, but he's just in the races, he just doesn't seem to be letting go. So, as I said, he's a bit of an older horse now and coming off a big, long break. So, see how he goes Friday, but, you know, this sort of grade, he hasn't run in this grade for a long, long time, so see how he goes. Friday night, head off to Cranbourne. A couple of interesting runners. Lucamore, he's had a couple of starts, and look, he's horribly, horribly green, this horse, and he needs to go to the races and learn what he's doing. I think he's going really good. He's very fit and well. Up to the 2,000 metres, I think he's ready for it. He's certainly fit enough. Whether he's got his head around to relax the mid part of the race, I'm not really sure, but let's see how we go with that. He's going to be a genuine 1.25 mile horse, so run him over 1.25 miles, I suppose. So really keen to sort of see how he goes. I think there's only about 3 in it that are nice horses, and I think he should be able to beat the rest of them. So I think he should be able to run a place or better, and he might sort of jump right into the race up to the 2,000. Just really interesting sort of horse, but he's in very, very good condition. He's got dapples all over him, that horse. He's going well. MILETUS, he's ready to go first up. He's in a little $100,000 race at Cranbourne on Friday night, but unfortunately he's second emergency now. What a strong race this is. It's a benchmark 64 and the 6th emergency is a 65 rater. So you can see how strong this is. I think there's a couple of 73s and 71 rating horses in a benchmark 64. So it's obviously a very, very strong race, and that's what you get sort of in the middle of the spring. So he's actually second emergency. So we need a couple to come out. See, it's a heavy 8 track, so I'm not sure how he'll go on a wet track. Don't think I've ever had him on a genuine wet track, so not really sure how he'll go there, but you should get a couple of scratchings. So anyway, we'll see how he goes. He's got to get a run first. So that's MILETUS and Lucamore on Friday night at Cranbourne. Okay, Saturday, head off to Hamilton. A couple of really interesting runners. I ran Hums first up the other day at Mornington, and he was just too fresh. He's just so well, that horse. He does tend to improve significantly from first up to second up, and he certainly seems to have done it. I'm going to go up to the 1,100 metres with him. Last time in, it seemed to be a real pet distance with him. He was able to jump and sort of dictate the race and then give a good kick and hold on. So interesting to see how he goes there, but he's in really good condition, Hums. A mare called MINYINGA. Look, she's been a genuine midweek city grade horse for the last sort of 2 years, I suppose. And she was sort of, I had blinkers on her and she was sort of over racing whenever time I went up to a trip. I've taken the blinkers off her and she's significantly relaxing in her races. So I'm just going to give her a real crack at running a mile again. She's failed over this sort of trip once before or twice before, and but I've had blinkers on her. So I've taken the blinkers off her. She sat up. She ran in a 1,500 at Mornington the other day and was only beaten half a length in probably a race that's very similar grade to this. So you know, once again, it's a $100,000 race at Hamilton, so it's worthwhile having a roll of the dice. The horse itself is in absolute mint condition. She's as good as I can possibly get her, so I'm going to run her in as strong a race as I can find and see where we're at with her. But I don't know. I think she can certainly run a place, if not better, than in this sort of grade. That'll be MINYINGA and Hums at Hamilton on Saturday. Sunday, we head off to Donald, take 2 runners up there. A horse called Come Along Jeffrey, tossed up. He probably was a bit disappointing first up. I thought he'd sort of be pretty hard to beat first up, but he fumbled out of the gates and then sort of over raced a fair bit, and he wasn't beaten far, but I probably on face value, me personally, I was a bit disappointed with him. He's taken a little bit of while time to get over that run, but I think he's ready to go back to the races now. I'm going to run him in a 1,200 metre race where the pressure's not going to be there, so he should be able to sort of bounce, take his time, go to the front or sit outside the leader, and give himself every chance. My fitness is really good. I galloped him on the course proper and at Geelong through the week, and he was very, very strong at the line. So that'll be Come Along Jeffrey. little mare that's been really struggling for form, Solar Flash. I've thrown the blinkers back on. I give her a couple of hard gallops with blinkers back on. I think she's improved, but she needs to because her form's really poor. So she's back into 58 grade, blinkers on, 1300. Yeah, there's no more guessing, is there? Nowhere to hide now. She's either got to perform or she needs to go live somewhere else. So that'll be Solar Flash and Come Along Jeffrey at Donald on Sunday. Monday, Echuca. Take Big Chestorius up to a 2100 metre race up there. He's just screaming for the trip. Went really, really well first up. It was a great run, his first up run. His last bit of his race was very, very strong. I'm going to jump him straight up to the mile and a quarter. He seems to be just sort of screaming for it. He's a genuine mile and a half horse, so he'll go straight to a mile and a half after this. He's probably going to be in the betting, I imagine, in a maiden. You know, he showed us enough last time when he got to the 2400, so I imagine he's going to be around about the mark on Monday. He does sort of get back a little bit in his races and gets into a little bit of trouble. That's probably the only thing that's going to come against him, but he should get every chance. I think the horse is in pretty good nick, so that'll be Chestorius and Echuca on Monday. Okay, Kyneton Tuesday. Last week we had Hayley's Diva and a maiden there, and they washed the meeting out. So I'm going to wait and take her back there again. They put on the exact same race there on Tuesday. So we'll head off with Hayley's Diva to Kyneton in an 1850 maiden. That should suit us. She'll sort of sit midfieldish, or maybe a little bit closer perhaps, and she'll be hitting the line really hard. The extra sort of week doesn't really bother me too much. She was first up over 1400 after a really long spell, so give her a couple of weeks in between runs doesn't really worry me, but she can certainly be a place chance there. That's Hayley's Diva at Kyneton on Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday, we'll take Ziggy to Caulfield. It's a really nice race for him there. It's a benchmark 84. That's sort of the best his grade. He gets in pretty good on the weights. 2400 suits him, and his Caulfield form's pretty good. So he'll get every chance to be competitive there again. He is what he is, Ziggy, isn't he? Sort of, we give him a bit of time between runs, and he seems to recover from his last run really well. And he worked up here beautifully again this morning. I might even take him into the track on Saturday to break up his work a little bit, and maybe give him a little gallop in at Geelong and see how he goes in there. But he'll go well again. He's so fit and healthy and well, and I don't overwork him at all. And hopefully on Wednesday he performs really well. So that'll be Prince Ziggy at Caulfield on Wednesday. Yeah, we really struggled to show people the horses this week. We had an inch of rain in an hour here last night, and the whole place just got absolutely flooded, and we unfortunately had about 3 or 4 of our boxes just went underwater. We lost a bit of our track, so we've had to order about 9 loads of sand here to sort of rejuvenate our track as well. So it's all been flat out here, but so we've sort of had done the video today under a bit of stress. But anyway, the show must go on, as they say. Yeah, that's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. We need a boat here, not a racehorse here at the moment. It's absolutely underwater. Anyway, what do we got? Caulfield Guineas this week. All the good 3-year-olds are out, so that's always an exciting time. Interesting to see how that all works out. I see the Geelong Racing Club made a notice this week that they're not having crowds to the races, so pretty disappointing, isn't it? That no one can go to the races. So yeah, it's sort of how it is. But surely this time next year we can sort of get back to some sort of normality in racing, isn't it? Well, we got a pretty busy week for us this week, doing plenty of miles, always a tough one. We're in the last on Friday night at Cranbourne. I tried to bar those sort of races, but when that's where they put them on, you got to go, I suppose. But hopefully Macrobius is his brother. MILETUS gets a run on Friday night. Then we'll head off to Donald and Hamilton and also Echuca. So lots of miles in the truck. Hopefully we can get a winner out of them. Till next week. See you later. Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. See? Righto, we'll start again.